Parshas A, the sixth Aliyah, Shishi, continues the mitzvah of tzedakah. And the Torah tells us, now, somebody might say, Shemitah is coming up, right? Shemitah is coming up. We know the halacha is, Shemitah nullifies all the loans. So if someone owes me money, come Shemitah, it's nullified unless there are ways around it. But other than that, you lose your money. So Torah warns you, if a person comes over to you, asks you for money, you say, listen, Shemitah is coming up in about 3 months or whatever it is, 4 months. I'm not interested. I'm going to give you the money. It's going to be voided. The loan's going to be voided. I'm going to lose all my money. I'm not interested because of Shemitah. The Torah tells you, Shemitah is coming up. I'm not interested in lending you the loan. I'm going to lose my money. Take a look at this poor individual, and I'm not interested. I'm going to lose the money. And I'm not going to give him. He's going to cry out to Hashem. The Magid asks the following question. He says, if you look at the truth is, this person has a good excuse. The Torah tells us this is excuses. I'm going to lose my money. Why should I lend the person money? Right? But at the end of the day, the pasuk ends up, you're going to go ahead and it's an aver. Be careful. Don't do that. Why? What happened to his excuse? A legitimate excuse. The Magid gives the following mashal, known for his Mishalm. He says the following. He says, it's like, I'm sitting on there's a big rich individual, just went on a trip to China, he's bringing all his merchandise, he's importing into the United States. And of course, as all of those old stories happen, there's always some kind of a storm. Captain comes over to this guy and he says, listen, we got to throw things overboard, we're not going to survive. So this guy's thinking, okay, listen, pikuach nefesh, we're not going to survive. He goes into his room, he takes all his farm that he had, he takes his tefillin, and he's about to throw it overboard. Captain says, what are you doing? He says, what do you mean? You told me you have to throw it over. He says, but yeah, why does it have to be your tefillin? Why does it have to be your svarim? What happened to all your merchandise? Duva Magid says that's what's happening over here. If you look at this person here, this person, a poor person comes over to him and says, listen, I need some money. The first thing he does is he says, listen, it's Shemitah, I'm going to lose my money, right? I have an excuse. So who takes the hit, right? What takes the hit? It says, the first person you look at, the first thing in your budget line that you cross off is this poor individual, right? What about everything else? What happened to your priorities, right? If you actually have a budget, right? You take a look and you say, listen, am I spending too much here? Am I spending here? Maybe I could cut here. Maybe I could cut there. The first thing you do is I'm giving a little bit too much tzedakah. That's the time. Time is maybe you have an excuse if you have your priorities straight, right? But if you don't have your priorities straight, I'm going to go and spend X amount of money on whatever it is, right? On a vacation, on who knows what, and not give as much tzedakah, right? That's when the Torah says, V'hei b'chachet. And that is the aver.